Can It Candle. Hi, I'm Dana with CandleScience, and welcome back to Can It Candle, the series where I test different materials to see if they can in fact candle. And as always, we'll be checking in with our real-life scientist, Todd, to go over the results. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to set up 3 different experiments. First, I'm just going to light a crayon on fire to see how it burns. Then I'm going to melt some crayons down, add some fragrance to see how that functions as an actual candle. And finally, I'm going to add some crayons into candle wax to see how it dyes a candle.
The Crayola website says that these are mostly paraffin. I'm sure it's food grade because kids eat crayons.
And now it's time for the burn test. We have the single crayon, the melted crayons with fragrance, and the crayon dyed candle. Let's see how they burn. Okay, there is a little bit of sweating on the candle, and there's a big sinkhole over here. That could be problematic. No notes. Before lighting any candle, make sure that your wick is trimmed to about 1/4 inch. I did go ahead and adhere the candle to my worktop using a wick sticker. This is actually a beautiful candle. That flame is a little high. It's a little high, but it's getting a good melt pool. I would be concerned that this might burn a little wild, and there could be some soot. Crayons are definitely not recommended for or tested for candle making, but it is very pretty. We added blue spruce fragrance oil at 6% to this crayon candle. This candle is fully made of crayons and fragrance. It smells okay, but that sinkhole could be a big problem. It usually happens when air is trapped in the wax. Sometimes you won't even see them on the surface. Sometimes they're hiding just under it. This one is pretty aggressive. Aww.
The pigment will eventually clog the wick to the point where the flame will go out. It won't be able to deliver wax to the flame anymore. Even the one that had just a little bit of colorant from the crayon that was kind of a pinkish color, I think that one would eventually, the same thing will happen, is that it just takes longer to get enough pigment into the wick to clog it up and make it not be able to deliver fuel to the flame.
I've seen crayons recommended as like emergency candles, and I can kind of see how that might be a good option, but let's find out.
The way that it will burn is just like any other paraffin. It's going to need a wick or something like that. That helps to get the vapor in a concentrated form so that it can burn. You got to remember that inside the flame it's very hot, like 1500 degrees, so that's why it can vaporize there. Just putting a match to the wax itself or a lighter, it won't ignite. It'd have to get very, very hot for that to be able to happen.
Let's try one with the paper on.
The Crayola as a candle is going to be very dangerous because the paper is going to act like a very big wick, and it's going to provide way too much fuel to the flame, so it's going to get really big. Yeah, it's just not a controlled situation. It would be very unsafe.
Well, there sure are a lot of people on the internet telling you it's okay to burn crayons. I'm here to tell you I respectfully disagree. The crayons as dye in the candle worked the best and still very poorly. It's hanging on for dear life here, but I would definitely not recommend crayons as colorants for candles. This candle did not burn well at all, and that is just melted down crayons and fragrance.
It's not going to be able to hold fragrance very well because it is just paraffin by itself. I would say a couple of percent at best.
Here we did try to burn just the wax of the crayon with no good results at all. It did not light whatsoever, and without a wick, that was not surprising. We also did try with the paper on, and please do not do that. I sure wish I hadn't. Todd?
It's kind of a halfway, not a full thumbs up or thumbs down, but unsafe at all ways of trying it. Just don't do it. Do not burn crayon candles.
Thanks, Todd. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that episode of Can It Candle. What should I set on fire next? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.